What's up, everybody? This is Reverend Guns, and today we are going to be cleaning a Sig Sauer P250. This is 9mm. First thing we want to do is make sure that it is safety checked. So we're going to press this button right here. This is the mag release. It'll allow you to take the magazine out. You want to put this way off to the side somewhere. You don't want no solvents or nothing getting on ammunition. Then we're going to lock the slide back, and we're going to look inside and make sure nothing is in the chamber. We are good to go. Everything's clear, and we will now take advantage of this to move the slide release lever here in the locked position. You can actually take it and pull it straight down, and then if you release the slide, push back a little bit, come forward, it should just slide right off. So we've got the frame and the slide release that we just took off. We've got the slide. You can pull off the spring, and this actually separates into two parts, so we'll clean that separately. And then we've got the barrel. I'm going to push up from one side. It's going to kind of fall forward, and you just slide it on out. So these are all the pieces we will be cleaning for this Sig. I'm going to take my cleaner here and kind of spray everything down real quick. Alright. Now, while that's soaking in, I'll kind of explain what I got sitting out here. You just saw me use my gun cleaner. That's on your own preference. Everybody has their own opinion, preferences. Something works better than others. There's a debate about it all the time. Really, you can use any gun cleaner. The longer you let it sit, the better. It allows it to really eat at that carbon buildup, and you know, allows for an easier scrub and wipe down as you're going through the gun. I've got a soft bristle brush. It's got two ends on it. This side's pretty soft. This side's a little stiffer. It's good for small areas. I've got, for the stubborn stuff, a harder bristle brush. That comes in handy for real stubborn areas. I don't usually use the brass or the steel one because I don't like the chance that you could scratch the pistol anywhere or mess up the bluing or anything of the sort like that. So I stick with the like soft bristle brushes. I've got 9mm barrel brush, so we'll use that to clean the inside of it, along with a slotted cleaning rod. This will help finish off cleaning off the barrel. I've got some gun oil. I've got a rag for just gun oil. I don't use it for anything else, just oil. I've got some little towelettes. I got some Q-tips. I've got a couple rags sitting here to wipe it off as we're cleaning it and do a final wipe off when we're done. So I have no particular preference on where I start. Personally, I start smallest part to biggest. So I'm going to start with this little slide lever and kind of give it a good scrub down. anywhere you can get it. I'm going to break all that stuff loose. Do a little wipe down. See how that looks. Oh yeah, nice and pretty. Alright, let's move on to the spring. Some stuff does accumulate on it, so there's nothing wrong with going over it and just kind of breaking up some of the crap that's on it. Wipe it off good. That should get most of the crud and gunk that might have gotten in there. Oh yeah, that looks better. Got the guide rod. Yeehaw. Alright. Like I said, the longer you let this gun cleaner sit, the easier it is to brush off and wipe off and get everything that's on it off. Awesome. Alright, now I'm going to move to the barrel. I'm going to do the inside first. I always go chamber side through. I don't like going through the muzzle end because you don't want to clank it, ding it, chip it, whatever, anything around here that could cause damage. So we want to prevent that by going in from the back. And yeah, that means two things. So, give it a nice scrub. Feel how it gets smoother. It doesn't feel like it's hanging up on nothing. It means you're really breaking that stuff loose. We'll take our brush and go over every part that we can. Really break that stuff up. I'll use the smaller brush to get in the little crevices. Get that ramp real good. We don't want anything preventing a cartridge from chambering, so we want to get that real good. Alright. Now I'm going to take off my brush and put on the slotted cleaning rod. I do two at a time. makes it fill up the barrel a little more. You just pull this through. And we're gonna, from the same direction we were doing the brush, we'll do it from the chamber end. And stick it through, come back, stick it through, come back. Do this 4 or 5 times. Just to kind of scrub what you can out of there. You'll see it's kind of black. You want to keep doing this until it'll never be perfectly white. So, but it will turn into a really, really light gray. And so you want to keep doing it until you've got everything out. All right, chamber in again. Oh, that looks real good already. It's kind of light gray. I'll do one more for good measure. Just to make sure there's nothing else hung up in there. All right, again from the back. Right. Yeah, it ain't gonna get any clearer than that. That's real light. It's almost hard to tell if there was anything on it. So we're done with that. So wipe off the rest of the barrel. Make sure we get everything off. The ramp real good. Alright, we now have a clean barrel. Moving on to the slide. I'm going to do the softer bristle brush and just kind of do a quick run over, see what I can break up now. I want to get into the slide rails here. There's a little groove on each side. You want to make sure you get in there. You want this slide to be able to slide back and forth and cycle correctly. So I want to make sure you get all the gunk out of there. I want to make sure you get the striker plate. Anywhere you can possibly reach with this thing. Use the little stiffer bristles on this side here. A lot of carbon builds up around the end. Get in there real good. Get that striker plate again. Get the back plate too. Everybody likes a clean gun. Alright, slide is now scrubbed. Let's give that a good wipe off. Wipe down every crevice you can here. There we go. And last but not least, we've got the frame itself. So we'll get around all this interior section. Try and grab it, or get all the carbon off of there. Anywhere you can get this brush in, go at it good. Slide rails real good. Again, you don't want it to hang up while it's trying to cycle. Pull the hammer back if you like. Get in there. Wipe down. Wipe down the rest of the pistol frame here as well. All right. Everything's clean. Time for lube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my rag that I'll only use for oil and put a little bit on there. I'm going to start with the frame itself. I'm basically going to do a little slide. Rails where the slide actually attaches, because we want that to be able to move freely to anywhere else you see that the slide's going to make contact. The nice thing about pistols that have been used is you can see little marks from the wear of the from the pistol cycling. You can see little wear marks, kind of like little smudges or little what looks like a defect. Like this one has a real big smudge right here inside the slide, and that's where the barrel rubs against. So we kind of want to make sure that has lube on it. And anywhere else that makes contact with the slide. Let's see here. Let's do the barrel next. I personally just kind of do a quick wipe around the barrel. As you see, the top of the barrel is what's rubbing on there, so I'm going to do a little spot there. I personally put a little dab on the ramp, and then we'll just drop this back into place. There we go. Let's take this guide rod here and give that a little wipe. We'll slide the spring back on it. Now the end with the flat end on it goes against the barrel. The other end is going to go in the little hole just below the barrel. And if you look at this here, you can kind of see how it steps. You want that down as far as it'll go. So the end that doesn't have the flat end on it, we're going to stick in the guide rod spot and then squeeze until you've got that in place. This should be flat, level with the slide, and so it'll fit correctly and not hang up on itself while it's trying to cycle. Now we can put the slide back on the frame. There's little grooves that go this way. Those are what line up with the rails on the frame. You start by sticking them in, slide it on down, there we go, and we will cock that back just a little bit. I'm actually leaving this a little bit forward so we can drop the there we go. Gotta kind of fidget with it, but it will go in. Make sure it comes out the other side there. And we'll lock this back in place. Flip that forward. That's going to lock the slide in place. And now we can release the slide lock. Okay, so everything's functioning. And we will give it a final wipe down. I like to take my gloves off for this part. Use clean rag. And just get everywhere. Everywhere you can. Oh yeah, nice and clean. All right, so that completes our teardown and cleaning of a 6-hour P250. It's 9mm. Thanks for watching. I also offer the online course to get your Texas license to carry a handgun. It's the 4-hour class broken down into segments and saves you progress so you can do it at your own pace. After completing the course, you will be able to print your certificate. Then, it'll help you locate an instructor close to you, no matter where you are in Texas, so you can complete the shooting portion of the course. This is all certified by the Texas Department of Public Safety. Check it out at ReverendGuns.com. If you have any questions or comments, please add them below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more firearms education.